You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we need to talk about ESPN's $100 million man, Stephen A. Smith, because Stephen A. Smith, if you guys have been listening to his podcast off of ESPN, he has been extremely critical of Democrats. He has. And Joy Reid is extremely triggered by that. Now, Joy Reid, of course, she got fired by MSNBC, which is actually called BS Now, by the way. She got fired, I believe, last February, or this February. She's gone. She's out of there. She's been screaming victimhood and all this other stuff. And she seems to be very, very jealous that Stephen A. Smith is having a lot of success while she's actually failed. Now, Joy Reid is a black woman. Stephen A. Smith, as you guys know, is a black man. He always lets you know that he's a black man. Stephen A. is a big-time name over there at ESPN. He's pretty much everywhere. But Joy Reid definitely seems to be triggered by his success on ESPN. Because now she has come up with this excuse as to why Stephen A. Smith got a $100 million contract from ESPN. And according to her, it's because Stephen A. Smith trashes black people. Yes, he says nasty things about black people. Now, what she's really saying is that Stephen A. really attacked Jasmine Crockett, who's now actually running for Congress out here in Texas, actually Senate in Texas. She's going to get blown out. She's going to get blown out. So let's go ahead and dive into this, guys, because Joy Reid, man, boy, Stephen A. is going to realize, man, that these leftists, man, they don't like him. Let's get into it. Here we go. Right over here. Joy Reid accuses Stephen A. Smith of saying nasty things about black people to get his $100 million ESPN deal as feud escalates. Yeah. So she believes that Stephen A. Smith is bootlicking to his white slave masters at ESPN to get that $100 million deal. Right here. It says Stephen A. Smith is only paid big money by ESPN because he is willing to say nasty things about black people. Ex-MSNBC host Joy Reid has controversially claimed. Reid is ramping up her feud with Smith after he weighed in on a recent MSNBC exit, which he put down in a reported decline in ratings. On his YouTube channel, The First Take host alleged that her show's viewership dropped from 1.4 million during the 2024 presidential election cycle to 778,000 last February, which he believes led to her dismissal. That assessment has sparked a furious response from Reid, who initially questioned First Take's numbers. Well, it is true, guys. Her ratings fell off a cliff. Pretty much, guys, almost everybody is going to have an incline in ratings during the presidential year, and then it's going to fall off a cliff. But MSNBC, man, they were struggling big time. Big time. And nobody really cared about Joy Reid. Nobody cared about her show. All she did was race hustle because she's racist. But anyway, this is what she said. Quote, he said I got fired for ratings. And I'm like, excuse me, sir. You got $100 million for a show with half my ratings at my worst. I had to literally Google his numbers, she said on the Naked Sports with Kerry Champion podcast. And Kerry Champion has been going after Stephen A. Smith also as well. Anyway, quote, I'm like, how many people listen to his show? Is it like 4 million people? Dude, that's like average CNN. That's not high. Wow. But Joy Reid, one thing about Stephen A. is he's still on the air. He got his money. He still has his podcast, whereas you pretty much have nothing. You have nothing. You're not as successful as Stephen A. Smith. Let's just call it what it is. Smith has frequently boasted that First Take is the #1 morning show in America despite only being the top-rated sports show during those hours. However, Reid went on to allege that the $100 million ESPN figure is not held in high regard by the network for its star quality or appeal, but for calling out his black colleagues on air. Quote, "They're paying you, not for your numbers, my friend," she continued. "They're paying you because you're willing to say the nasty things about black people, what they want to say. You're willing to take their denigration of black women and put it in the mouth of a Negro." Wow. "And because you're willing to put the denigration of black women in particular into a Negro's mouth, you now think that, oh, I must be a freaking political genius. But just be clear, you're not being paid for your numbers. You're being paid for what you're willing to do to us for white people's entertainment." Wow. Man, coming from Joy Reid, guys, it's not a surprise that she actually went there and played the race card. Not a surprise whatsoever, man. I mean, what is Joy Reid really actually doing right now? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Smith, who recently had a feud with former colleague Champion, who accused him of having different energy when criticizing black women compared to white women. The Ets First Take moderator urged him to keep the same smoke for white sports reporter Michelle Beadle that he does for the likes of Jasmine Crockett, Michelle Obama, Jamel Hill, and herself. Yeah, you see what we're talking about, guys? Yes, and Stephen A. has been very, very critical of Jasmine Crockett. Now, I don't know what he's actually said since Jasmine Crockett has officially announced she's running for Senate in Texas. Stephen A. Smith knows she's not going to win. He has to know that. But Joy Reid, man, what do you guys expect from Joy Reid? What do you guys expect from her? Of course, she was going to try and slam Stephen A. Smith's $100 million contract and basically call him a bootlicker for his white bosses at ESPN. Now, I want to know on ESPN who's actually putting out black women on ESPN. I'm very curious about that because we know if people on ESPN were actually putting down black women on the air, they'd be fired. And as far as I know, I don't think that's happening. But it doesn't matter to Joy Reid, man. This woman is a lunatic. An absolute lunatic, guys. I mean, she has no career anymore. She's going nowhere. So now she actually has to slam Stephen A. Smith for his contract because she doesn't have one now. She's out there on the streets. I mean, Stephen A., hey, his show, not the First Take show, his show on Sirius XM, doing pretty well. Joy Reid can't say the same. She can't say the same. So, what do you guys make of this, man? Joy Reid attacking ESPN Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, she has nothing better to do. This is Joy Reid. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.